Stay away from me, children.
We're up. Welcome
is he-
to the poddy.
Is he a pissy little piss boy?
Pissy little piss man.
It's time to go for a bio break before we start recording. Because otherwise everything is
your piss
my
break.
bio break. as producer Chris so delicately put it, have you been for a piss out of your dick?
Yeah.
It's like, yes, I have been for a piss out of my dick. I'm all ready to record.
Pissed
now.
right out of his dick, boy.
He's
boy.
he's
boy.
pissed right out of his little pissy piss hole.
Boy.
Boy.
Yeah.
Why are you boy? Would you like your nuts, by the way?
I don't
think
want
why
a
you-
nut. I don't want. Keep your nuts away from me.
Can I have your nuts?
You can have all my nuts.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna.
You can have
I'm not
all the
gonna-
nuts. All the nuts.
I'm not
you
gonna have a
want.
fondle on this podcast. I think that's a little
I'll
bit.
nut you up.
No, not me.
Nut all over your
I think-
face.
Oh God, that's a whole different kind of podcast right there. I think we'd have to do a lot of things off camera. Would that be legal, producer Chris, if you were nutting off screen but then onto someone's face? Is that like sort of because you wouldn't be seeing the act in and of itself?
As long as you're filming it.
As long as you wouldn't have to put like any kind of age-rated stuff on it because it's kind of happening off screen.
I think it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, we can find out. we can certainly do a dry run.
No.
just that no from producer Chris. No, we're not going to do that. Let's not be silly.
I'm doing tech stuff and you're asking me about dicks.
It's just about.
Stop being vulgar, Ed.
Hi, Dick.
Our parents are going to watch this.
Eventually, I hope they do. Can you imagine? I'm just going to start using that.
Our parents and our friends are going to watch this.
Exactly. I'll be having a nice dinner with some friends. Hopefully, you guys, and then I'll stand
Our
up at the table
bosses
and
are
go,
going to watch this.
I'm going to go for a
gonna
piss
send
out
this
of
to
my
your boss.
dick. Do you know who my boss is? Are we going to have to bleep
Greg
this whole bit out if
Thornton.
we start talking? If we start doxing ourselves about our actual jobs? I mean, I know it's not particularly hard.
I am without work.
I
I am
do this.
news this week, Ed.
Yeah.
I've lost my job. We're recording this in the future.
Oh,
in the
God,
past,
no.
so I've lost my job.
Oh shit! Fuck, what
6
happened?
weeks into the podcast. Oh, they just
6
saw
weeks
it and they were like, "Yeah, cancelled."
Oh, really? You didn't hit you didn't hit the sort of the good employee kind of handbook. You went against all.
No, all my tenants revolted. They all revolted against me, and they're like, "Get rid of this guy."
Wait, what
and they
part of
complained
London
to
do
the
you work
CEO.
in again? I forget.
Oh, somewhere in the south.
Centre-ish.
Ish.
Somewhere around there.
But yeah.
No, fair enough. No,
My boss slapped me in the face and said, "I'm out."
Oh, really? That was it?
Backhand, you're out.
Done. And I'm going to be recording and being like, no, I'm still gainfully employed. My boss watched this, went, legend.
Well, that's what happens in the private sector.
In the private sector, you can get away with murder.
You can do what you want.
Yeah, exactly. You can say whatever you want. It's freedom of speech gone mad.
To freedom of speech.
Look at all these people talking about diversity, inclusivity. My goodness. Ridiculous. But what have you been doing with your mate?
I don't know.
You don't-
I told you this
completely
earlier.
forget.
I completely forgot what I did this week.
You need your phone.
When was
to
the last time I
remind
saw you? About 3 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago?
When
was the last time we did this? 2 weeks
We were
ago?
meant to be meeting up.
I've been playing a lot of tennis. So my housemate Charles has entered us into a doubles tournament.
Oh, shit.
So we've been training like fucking stallions, like Novak, like the big three for the last few weeks. Been playing like literally 4 hours a week.
Big
I've gotten
swingy
that
dicks.
much better.
Yeah, I love it. I love it how you came in there strong.
I still don't have a backhand, so you can still beat me.
Wait. Just like not at all. It's like sort of, you go
It's
for your
just a
forehand. you're fine.
slice that goes, loops up and then spins and then drops in front of you, so you can just go. Boop.
Oh, it's like really easy to sort of kind of.
So I'm going to go
with.
double-handed backhand.
Okay.
Not
yeah.
that's of any interest
Yeah,
to you guys.
You don't want to do that.
But I found out yesterday, we're looking at the fixtures for the doubles tournament.
you guys.
We're not even in there. We're not even on the list.
Wait, what?
So we've been doing all this bloody training, and we're not even there. We're not even there.
You entered a tennis tournament and you didn't get entered into the tournament. They didn't put you
No,
on the
this
roster.
dude called Long Fong Dang, who Charles is like, Long Fong Dan,
Wait.
he entered as a single person
Right.
and without a double, and then me and Charles on the waiting list.
Yep.
And Charles was like, hang about, Long Fong Dan doesn't have a partner. Like, what's all that about?
And we're sitting here ready.
All of a sudden, Long Fong Dan's got a partner. So
who did Long Fong Dan eventually
I
partner
don't
up
know, but he has a very good rating on his LTA app. So that's another thing you can look at. If you go on the LTA,
Yeah.
you can look at. I've got a rating of 31, But
What's
he's
good?
he's
Like,
got
what's good, what's bad?
Well, I think
Like, hit me with
for,
the-
like 30,
'Cause I
30
actually
what,
know.
30 you're probably a 29.
What does that
But
mean?
but
Like,
you won't.
29 out of
Have you
what?
ever played a competitive game under amateur conditions? In the
I like it feels like you're speaking Chinese to me. I genuinely like
So-
all of those words in that order in a sentence. I was like, I'm just not getting it. I'm probably
you
thick.
grew up playing tennis. You
I
grew
did
up,
grow up playing
on a tennis
you're right.
court.
I didn't
You
grow up on
born
a tennis court.
on a tennis
I was
court.
not born on a tennis court. I just played tennis when I was younger.
So-
but sorry, go on.
You join the LTA to
Lawn
get
Tennis
to get-
Association.
to get on these tournaments, these amateur tournaments.
All right, okay,
and then
yeah.
you go, I've played like a lot of tennis, but I've not played games, and they give you a rating. And they're like, "Oh, can you hold
So
a
does
rally?
someone have to come and
can you
watch
hold
you?
a rally for a bit with like any beginners or whatever?"
Oh wait, can you
And
just
they-
lie in the
You
app?
could lie, but why would you want to lie? Because then you'll just
Because you wanna look
play
really cool.
like big time players, and you'll get smashed, and
Big-time
that'll be
players.
well like Long
Like
Fondant.
Long Fondant.
So I've got a rating of 31, or like 31. Whereas
is
Long
that good? What
Fondant
does that mean?
has got a rating of 27 or something.
But what does
and
that
27
actually mean?
means he's played probably quite a few tournaments over the last year.
27
and he's won
under
a few
par?
games. And the really good ones, the ones that are at the top of the table of these like lower amateur leagues, probably intermediate types,
Yeah.
maybe low advanced,
Yeah.
they've got ratings of 24.
Okay.
I don't know what a pro.
24,
I don't know what a pro has.
Yeah, do you know? Yeah, the level between when you go,
I think,
you're
that-
like
I think
amateur.
They're
to
all probably
then.
like 1 to 5. I don't know. I can imagine like
that feels like a very condensed.
It's like a
scale
it's like a handicap.
between being
it's like a golf handicap.
because I mean
So like
between
if
being
you've
amateur
never
to,
if you've
like,
never
pro.
like picked up a racket before, I think you're 40. If you've played a bit, you've got some coordination, you're probably 37, and it just goes up like that.
you know my uncle's in the top 500 in the world for tennis at over 60, I think it is.
Fucking
the
hell.
masters level. Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good.
So he's
What's that? Is he just got to that level? Like, is he?
He's been
was he
playing
like
tennis.
was he like a semi-pro when he was young?
no, he wasn't semi-pro, but he's just been playing tennis like incessantly for all of his life. And I think it's now that enough people have they've lost their conditioning. My uncle also likes to go cycling quite a lot. He does
Oh,
doesn't
so
do the
he's
Tour de
in
France route,
shape.
but he goes to Mallorca,
So he
does
can
all that
run around
hill
the court,
cycling.
whereas the others are like,
exactly. Yeah, and so he's actually like my mum was telling me, like he's actually got up to like apparently top 500 at his age group for
Wow,
tennis.
imagine
in the world.
that.
Just because everyone else keeps on oh my knee or oh my ankle or whatever else it happens to be, so he's now like fucking
That'd be me.
yeah. exactly. which bit?
Yeah. So,
Okay, so that's
There you
cool.
go.
So almost.
but
got
I've
into a
entered.
tennis
So,
tournament.
so we're not in this doubles tournament, but I've
Yeah.
entered a singles tournament
Ooh,
with all
nice.
these other people that are about 31, 32.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
called
yeah,
a
yeah.
beginners tournament.
Okay.
So I want to.
In
I
the
need
area,
to. If
local
I
area?
need to develop a backhand in the next 4 weeks, and it's
You do have a backhand. It's just very easy to sort of deal with.
it's well, it goes into the net, or it goes
right.
too high, or it's a slice, and not always the best slice.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And it's a very inconsistent slice.
very.
My forehand actually is getting quite consistent.
Okay, that's fine.
Slice and top spin.
top spin slice.
It's
you're
getting a
pretty
lot
good.
more consistent. yeah.
Okay, that's
getting
fine.
a lot.
And
It got a little better. So.
Movement around the court.
Court,
you good?
tennis serves getting in now.
Nice.
So after a summer of doing lots of serve, I've got it. The toss.
you're there.
Not the toss, and the toss is there.
Everyone loves the toss.
So I want a game with you, Ed,
that's fine. We can
and we're
play
going to
again.
film it. And the winner,
We will film the game.
and the winner, what does the winner get?
We will. How about we decide on a forfeit or a sort of a thing that somebody else has to buy for the other one. We could set the
That's
limit
not
at like
fair.
£10.
You lost last time. You beat me 6-0.
We could send. Well, I mean, fine. I tell you what, then, Ali, you can decide what happens to the winner and what happens to the loser. Because if you're afraid of me beating you again, you can just set it as like, I don't know. The winner cups the other guy's balls. I don't know. Whatever you want it to be. Whatever you're really down for. You can
Definitely down for that.
You can do that. I could literally blow on your balls like a hot cup of tea. Whatever you want it to be, and then I might decide that I probably don't want to win. But do you know how I beat you, Ali?
How?
I just play the ball to where you're not. Sounds simple, but it seems to work.
You do that to everyone, don't you?
I
you
try
push
to
it
do that to everyone. Just make them run, go to the other side.
That's
and
why I need to develop a lot of power and to make shots hard for you. And I need to get that top spin going because you won't be able to do that as easily.
No, I won't be able to deal with that. Also, Ali, my backhand is weaker than my forehand, so if you play it to my backhand, that generally makes life more difficult.
Yeah,
That's
but-
what I do to you. I know your backhand's crap, so I play it to your backhand all the time. And lo and behold, you hit it into the net. Anyway, what's been happening with me this week? Not much. I went on a training
Don't care.
course.
No.
Don't care. That's it.
You went on a
End
training.
of level
You went on a
stuff.
training
Yeah,
course.
done.
Training course.
Went on a training course, which was fun. I've been doing data. I'm now trying to get my project management qualifications because God knows when I'll use that in the future. But yeah, it's just
This.
It's
for Tusk Media.
for the whole digital arts arena that we are setting up, ready for our grand unveiling when all of this goes to market. But I mean, apart from that, I literally, you've been doing tennis. I've literally haven't even been going to the gym. I've been doing my diet. I've been doing like a lot of other stuff, but helping. Oh, we're doing our house again. Doing our house the second time, and I've just been measuring it up today, putting my surveying skills to use with the disto. Which is always good fun. You know, I saw your disto over there actually while I was looking around the studio space. I'm surprised that you actually have a disto as well. Did you? Sorry,
I steal it?
accuse you of stealing it from
I
work.
brought it home
But-
for measurement purposes. For CPD.
the end of that.
For CPD purposes.
So it was more of a
Yeah, we'll go
putting
back
it
to
in
the
the
office,
wrong
boss.
place rather than
Next week.
Actually,
I just keep
yeah.
forgetting to bring it back.
That's fair
It's
enough.
just there.
Yeah, it's just that's why I saw it.
I don't need it now. I could sell it.
Proceeds of crime, isn't that?
Chris, do you want to buy a disto? You love distos.
Have you ever wanted to, laser measure your house just to find out how big it actually is?
I've done that already.
Have you?
Yeah, I got my mum's boyfriend's disto.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, God, there are surveyors everywhere.
They're
walk
taking
among us.
over. The surveyors.
They walk among
There are
us.
more surveyors than people at that wedding.
There are more surveyors than estate agents.
Yeah.
I got all the measurements wrong.
Did you?
I plotted them out and nothing connected. Like, it didn't fit together.
Yeah, you haven't
Well, you
been
should got
measuring-
Ed.
Yeah.
Ed
In
got level
accordance-
3 in measurement.
No. What's the book again? In accordance with the RICS measuring standards?
Code of Measuring Practice.
That's the one.
Come on.
God.
Which edition? I think it's 6th or 7th.
I have no idea. I haven't
IPMS
looked
as
at it.
well.
IPMS.
International Property Measurement Standards.
Oh my God, this is just turned
this
into
is
the
dry.
most boring episode we've ever done talking about our actual professions. Right, but we were, so Ali's not going to sell the disto that he has mistakenly left in his house for quite some time. And that brings us quite neatly onto our topic this week, Ali, which is crime. Lovely little bit of
I'm
crime.
not a criminal.
Yeah, exactly. So welcome back to the Elephant Podcast, everyone. I'm Ed.
I'm Ali the beep.
And today we're going to be talking about crime. Yes, that lovely, lovely little topic, crime. Alex, seeing as we're on the topic of crime, what's your favourite war crime? Because, I mean, there's a whole list, there's a whole plethora
What
of war crimes out there. I
is-
just wanted to find out. Obviously, none of them are good. I just wanted to find out which one was your favourite.
The Band of Brothers war crimes, all that shit.
Band of Brothers war crimes.
When they just like start spraying Germans and going, yeah, I'm looking for a
Spraying Germans
Luger.
how? With, like, money? It's a strip club?
with
Or
bitches, yeah.
Yeah, with bullets. No, because, I mean, okay, do you want me to give you some examples, right? Do you want me to give you some examples of... and to see which ones out of the heinous crimes that they were, I mean, basically, in the entirety of World War II was a war crime, and that's why we have the Geneva Convention that was set up afterwards. But, so here are a couple for you. Targeting civilians. Killing or ill treatment of war prisoners or persons on the seas. That's interesting. Killing of hostages, torture or inhuman treatment, including biological experiments. They had to add that one in there after unit. What was that Japanese unit? Unit 5-3 something. I don't know if anyone in the comments would know exactly what the unit in Japan or Manchuria was, where they did all those horrendous experiments. Breaches of the Geneva Conventions in general. Plunder of public or private property. Ali, does your accidental misplacing of the disto mean that you are unfortunately somewhat partially guilty of a war
So
crime?
have I broken the Geneva Convention? Is that in the Geneva Convention? Plundering
plundering of public
That
or
seems
private
really
property?
wet, doesn't it?
Well, you've got to think there's levels to it, right?
like-
So like with all crimes, like if you're going to go and steal sweets from a shop, now I have to stick my hand up at this point. I have actually stolen a packet of gum before from
I
a
used to.
corner shop.
How many times have you committed crimes? Are we asking this?
I would say a lot.
Yeah, but how many as a child?
As a child-
as a wee bairn.
Not that many. Like I got into trouble in school and stuff like that. But then they were more
You, didn't
like
steal, you
sort of-
must have stole more than one sweet.
I think about one time I can
God, you're a
actually
good
remember.
boy.
I was trying to be a good boy. Ali, how many times do you think you committed
Sweetie crime.
sweetie
Oh,
crime?
yeah,
Sweetie-
I don't have
Halloween
money.
is a
I had
giant
no
sweetie
money on me.
crime.
I used to walk around the shop for ages and then like try and like fucking
Yeah.
nick loads of Tutti Fruities or Starbucks or whatever and
Back when
shit. And then like
yeah.
they'd. I remember I was in a shop for like 15 minutes because it was so quiet and the like people would just follow me around and they're like, "Here, are you trying to nick stuff? I've got your number, mate," and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, "No, I'm not trying to nick stuff." He goes, "It's obvious, mate.
Well,
It's
like,
obvious.
pick
Like
and
you've been
mix
here
sweets.
15 minutes. You haven't even picked anything up." And I ran out and I was like, "No, I haven't." And I walked off.
Little
About 12,
road man.
13 or something.
Ran
Yeah,
out of the shop
Jesus.
crying.
And it's like, I didn't get enough pocket money. So blame mummy.
There you go.
Mummy didn't give me enough pocket money.
So okay, so we are both admitting on this podcast that we may have broken the law at parts during our somewhat not troubled youths, but we're saying that you could potentially have broken the Geneva Convention or potentially committed a war crime by plundering private property, although very loosely. So we're saying that there are levels to crimes. But which one of those is like your favourite? Devastation, not justified by military necessity, so blowing stuff or destroying stuff up. Destruction of property as well, so setting fires, or of destroying property
that.
that is of particular cultural significance.
So every child has broken the Geneva Convention.
I think we're really clutching at
I
straws.
mean, we're
at
not
this
at
point.
war, but
Yeah, exactly. So genocide as well. That one's
a
a
lot
pretty
of
big.
children have done that.
Name me one child who has committed genocide.
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump is not a child.
Yes, he is.
He's not a child.
He's a man-child.
He's a big old
He's
baby
a big old baby with an old head.
with some small, tiny looking, beautiful looking hands.
So he's in the latest South Park, isn't he? With his,
Oh yeah, with his little penis.
with
I
his
still
tiny
haven't seen
pee-pee.
it. Have you seen
His
it?
tiny little pee-pee.
Did you see the episode?
I watched it last night. I wasn't really paying attention, but I just heard them go, "Donald Trump," and it was like an advert for him to vote for him. He's got a tiny pee-pee. And it's got like this little tiny pee-pee.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
I saw the making of that, and it just looked absolutely mad. Them like sort of filming that with the guy, that they've obviously made to look like Donald Trump. Oh, wanton destruction of cities, towns, or villages. Have you ever committed wanton destruction of a village?
Oh yeah, the Chickwell used to be double the size back in the day. But, yeah.
Wait, before you
Why
and
we
your mates
burnt
got
it
around-
down? Me and my
Posse.
and my friends, the local oiks.
Fair enough. So you don't have a favourite one?
No,
'Cause I would have to say-
they're all amazing, aren't they? They're all great. They're all just great.
I mean, I think out of all of those ones, because of my background in surveying, I have to say the plunder of private property. I find that one is my favourite.
Yeah, we plunder.
I'd say that is sort of
Plunder.
pretty high up on the list of my
They
favourite.
don't use the
war crimes.
word plunder anymore, do they? You never really hear people
No, it's
mention
more of like
it.
a pirate term.
It's more like 50s term, 40s term. Well, when was the Geneva Convention? Was like 1930 or something.
48 because it
Oh,
was,
was it
after
after-
World War. Well, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was before. I thought like
Hang
Geneva
on,
Convention.
wait.
I thought it was like-
we're gonna live find out now because to be honest, I don't want to be wrong about this. Geneva.
I thought that
1949.
Oh, I was so close.
You win.
40. Yeah, it was closer. I was closer to that point because why would the Geneva Convention exist before the acts that then created its insemination?
I just thought it was like post World War One, but yeah. No.
Nah, everyone in World War One, people thought the Germans or the Axis powers, I think, complained about the Canadians because they thought that shotguns should be like a banned resource. They were fine with gassing people. I mean, that obviously was a trend.
Like, hey, they're cheating, with their big
But
shotguns.
trench guns, like Canadians and trench guns in World War One, the Axis powers in Germany particularly, I think, didn't actually thought that they shouldn't they weren't part of good war because they were so effective at clearing trenches that they were like, these should be banned. And I find that quite funny when they're just, willing to mustard gas people.
The biggest gun in the world.
Big Bertha.
Is that the one?
Big Bertha, it was a large, it was a rail.
It was one that had to go on a train, and it was
Yeah,
like
the rail artillery
it was
cannon.
mental.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I don't know why they're complaining
I
about
don't
that.
remember how big the shells that fired were, but
I don't know. Did it really work?
Yeah, it did. But I mean, if your big gun, right? If you've got a theatre of war and your big gun only works when you've got to get a railway there, that is kind of the limiting factor as to, Big Bertha, it was a howitzer. And how big was it? It was used in 1914. There, that big one there. It was 42,500 kilograms. It was 10 meters in length. And the caliber was a 17-inch shell.
There's a bigger one. There's a bigger one than that.
Yeah, well,
type in the biggest gun ever.
Biggest gun ever. We're really digressing away from crime here, but yeah, biggest gun ever. But I mean, like,
not the biggest Hun.
I'm sorry, I can't spell. But no, the biggest gun ever. I mean, some of the ones on the Yamamoto class battleship.
That's
in World
it.
War
The
II.
Gustav.
Oh, the Gustav was an 800mm railway gun.
There you go. That's the mad.
Sorry, I thought it was Big Bertha. Schwere Gustav. Sorry, producer Chris, were you about to say something?
I was about to say Gustav.
Gustav, 1,500 tons. It fired a shell weighing 7 tons a distance of 30 miles.
Yeah, and how big? Much bigger is that in 17 inches? By the way.
800 mil is 80 centimeters. I don't know how big 17 inches is, 2.5. Probably an extra like 20 centimeters in terms of the diameter of the actual shell itself. I don't know, unless producer Chris is now doing some quick maths. No, he's not. He is.
Let's
not
not do
even
any
bothering.
math.
Let's not do any more maths, and let's get back to the point at hand. So that, do you think lobbing a 7-ton shell onto someone's head constitutes a crime, or is that like sort of fair play?
Yeah.
You do. You're like, you know what?
Yeah,
after a
it's all
certain point,
crime.
you
I
can't
think
use-
everything's a crime in this day and age. Can't get away with anything.
You sound like the government.
Yeah.
Just here telling everyone what they can do and what they can't do. If I want to take a piss in front of a child, I can bloody well do so without ending up on the sex offenders register.
Exactly. Agreed.
I am
So
not
let's all be on the
condoning.
sex offender register.
I'm not condoning that anyone goes and takes a piss in front of any child anywhere. That is bad and wrong, and we should definitely
don't do
not be
that.
doing that. Unless it's your own. Now, this is an interesting definition that I wanted to make. So there are lots of things out there, right? Well, when you do them to your own stuff or your own thing, not a crime, right? So having a wank, not a crime.
On your own,
On your own.
of course.
Having a wank on someone else, that's a crime.
Unless
or having
they're
a
into
wank with somebody else, also a crime. You see what I'm getting at with here?
Yeah.
So if you're like, what other?
You mean in
little-
public?
Or, well, I mean, even behind closed doors. If somebody doesn't consent to you,
of
having a
course.
wank with them, then that is that is very much a crime.
But
so
you always do it here after the podcast, and I don't consent to it. I just let you crack on.
in the bathroom, just cracking one
No,
out.
you just did it here.
Whew, how's it? What, straight on the sofa? Jesus, this is starting to seem more and more like the casting couch as far as we go. But you know what I mean? Like, so giving alcohol to your baby, not technically illegal. Giving alcohol to somebody else's baby.
I thought
Very
the
illegal.
legal age was 5 over here
What,
before
for alcohol?
you.
Yeah, but parents used to give their kids alcohol to like soothe for teething.
Yeah.
And they still do. But if you did that to somebody else's child or somebody else's baby, giving alcohol to a minor, that's a crime. Do you know one? Sorry, producer Chris looked
Just
like,
going to make this clear. It is illegal to give alcohol to children under 5.
There you go. Eat
Sh-
shit.
That's another crime. Put me down for another crime. But like, so other examples I had was like a bit more extreme was hitting kids. I know that obviously the law has changed now.
Or
No
like
one can even,
parents hitting kids.
You know what I mean?
That's yeah. People still do that. People madly, definitely still do that.
People still do that, but hitting somebody
I think-
else's child.
Middle class, like people probably don't. But I think like
I think middle class people definitely fucking do. I would say they definitely do. hit
no,
them.
they're all
Some of them.
pussies. They wouldn't.
I don't know what middle class people you know. I know a lot of people
You?
who would definitely.
You wouldn't hit
Ali,
your children.
When my child comes of age, if that
I'm not
child
saying it's-
steps
I'm not saying
I
it's
out
a-
her out of line.
I don't know. I think. Yeah. What is your opinion? I mean, I don't even have a kid.
What's your wait? Are we now getting on to? We're talking about crime. We've taken a very left turn on this. What's your opinion on hitting children? What do they have to do
Yeah.
to earn a strike?
Because
To earn a-
I got slapped. I got slapped when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
not like badly, just like
the
don't do that
face?
again, and then I'll shut
Backside?
up. I won't be annoying anymore. No, just like that,
On the thigh, like
something
on
like that. Yeah.
that. Okay, fine.
When I was a kid.
Yeah,
Did you?
I used to get beaten.
Did you
a lot.
get a good old slap on the thigh?
No, I'm the only one that didn't, which is why I'm the only one
Pussy.
without a real job.
Exactly. There you go.
You do have a real job.
You must have
You
got
work.
slapped.
You work in with some rather large American firms.
That's a side job.
Side job.
You must have got a spanking on the body by Charles.
Oh, I
Charles.
got yeah, exactly.
By my housemate Charles.
Doxing my dad. We're going to have to bleep that. Yes, I did. I got more than a spanking on many occasions. I got.
That's why you're such an alpha.
God no. What was the most famous one I ever had? Oh, not a physical one, more of an emotional one, and that's more fun, I think. I got told, "Son, you're my son. Get over it." That is a particular one that has sat with me. But yeah, I've been hit with all sorts of shit.
Or after you got slapped.
No. This was when I was like 13 at the top of the stairs having like a bit of a breakdown because I was having a very, very bad time. And my dad basically just came up to me and just said, "Get over it." I was like, "Cheers, mate."
Well, I suppose like old school kind of parenting, that would be the kind of like, I mean, let's not divulge into parenting, but there is, I notice now that there's a lot of, there's a massive change.
Well, in him hitting dogs as well. You know what I mean? Like
I wouldn't
dogs.
imagine like a lot of people around this part of London slapping their kids. They'll be like, no, Archibald.
Do we want to? Yeah, okay, I get
stop
that.
slapping your daddy.
Do you want to say more like
let's
cultural,
talk him down.
though?
Let's negotiate with this 5-year-old mentalist.
this child who's holding us all
I
ransom.
know, Archibald.
But you know what I mean? Like I think culturally there are some cultures where people find it more acceptable to hit kids. And some that don't. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think you can say all middle-class parents. I think it's like, culturally, some people find it more acceptable to hit children, hit dogs, hit other people, and that's fine.
They might get really good at boxing when they grow up as well.
What if you just start punching your kids? He's going to be like a little Mike Tyson. Did you see how he slipped that left hook? It's like, Dad, you're drunk. Go home.
She's knocked out his dad again.
Jesus Christ. That's so dark. Anyway, where were we saying? So, I mean, okay, fine. There was only one example that I could find when it works the other way around. So, you know how we were saying giving alcohol or hitting or all this other stuff. The only way when it flips the other way around, when you can't do it with yours, I think is having sex with a sister. Because you can have sex with somebody else's sister, but if you have sex with your own sister, then that's a crime.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that again, Ed.
I don't even have a sister. I just dress up my brother and fantasize. We're not even going to be able to air this entire episode. This is
vulgar.
Right, this is very vulgar. Next. So Ali, did you just next me? Did you just like, I'm bored of this conversation. Now we're going to have to next that. Right. So Ali, do you know what constitutes a crime? Because we've been talking about
constitutes a crime is being caught for doing something naughty.
I like so under your way of thinking, so long as you don't get caught, you're fine. You're scot-free. You're good. And actually, you're right, to be honest. Because if you never get caught, who's to say you ever did anything? And if no one rats you out,
exactly. It's like, did the tree in the woods fall if anyone was there to hear it, or whatever, or was?
Did Jeffrey Epstein produce a client list if no one seems to be able to find it?
Yeah, exactly. If
I don't know that one.
Would Jesus Christ be a pervert if he was born with a crisp packet on his head?
I have no idea. I have no idea whatsoever. What?
It's not a quote from me. It's a quote from someone else.
That's fine.
From Liam Gallagher.
Liam Gallagher. God, that man. He just keeps on coming out with banger after banger after banger. Like his other famous tweet, which I'm not going to do now because we'd have to bleep it. Right.
Not that again.
So technically, not again. So what technically constitutes crime is an action or omission, which is interesting for legalese, which constitutes an offence and is punishable by law. So it has to be offence and it has to be punishable by law. If it's not punishable by law, it's not a crime.
Exactly.
Which is good. So basically, it only applies if the law is broken. Which
the biggest crime you ever done?
The biggest crime. You want me just to admit freely on the podcast the biggest crime I ever did?
Only
I think
on the
dressing up
Patreon.
my brother one and thinking about him, that's pretty... that's maybe not a crime, but that is pretty suspect. But like, this is the thing. So you have to have broken a law. But the whole thing about crimes is there has to be a first time that somebody's committed a crime, right? Like for it to then become a thing like the Geneva Convention, right? Ooh, everyone's done a bit too much looting and plundering across Europe. You know, maybe it's time that we shouldn't be shooting prisoners of war and civilians and all this sort of stuff. So like, how bad do your actions have to be before before you can turn something which seemed innocuous beforehand into a crime.
How? What?
Like the first person to give alcohol to a child, right? And then at some point somebody had to be, there's actually a fair bit of harm that could be caused by giving
that must
alcohol
be
to children. So
that.
when it's like, you know what I mean? Like, at what threshold do you have to be so annoying at doing something that then what you've done then becomes a crime, if you see what I'm saying? Because I'm sure we can probably think of lots of things that aren't technically crimes, but if you did it to enough effect, somebody would try and pass a law to make it a crime. So if you went to Curry's PC World, or to like any electronics store and went and unplugged every single one of their appliances that was on display, you know, like all the TVs in Costco,
I'd love you to do
or whatever
that.
it is, you know, you just go and unplug
running
them all,
around giggling,
and someone goes
unplugging
like,
appliances.
"Oh, that's really, really annoying." And then they just manage, you know, the assistant on the floor goes around and he manages to plug all the TVs back in again. And then you go and turn them all off again. At what point do you have to be such a nuisance that somebody actually brings into account like you're losing them business or trade or whatever it happens to be? And it is so targeted and so widespread that someone then says a law to say you cannot walk into private property and then start messing with somebody's business to the point of where it actually causes a financial harm. Then that becomes a crime rather than just like you're an annoying twat and you've come in and you've done it once or twice.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Like the levels of it.
I'd be clamping down on them after plugging all my appliances, to be honest. Yeah. Let's send in the bailiffs.
But yeah, I mean,
Send in enforcement.
because that usually would constitute a civil matter, and civil matters are disputes basically between individuals or organisations.
You get
Focus on monetary compensation.
security guard on it anyways,
Yeah,
and he can do what he wants. And
chasing
my
around
security
the shop.
guards are nasty. They're not SIA. They're a nasty piece of work.
SIA
They're part
was-
of the what's it called, SIA, the security.
Why do you have security guards? What have you been doing?
I just need them for protection when I walk around. And
Why? Because you're such a big
I just
deal.
get them to slap children.
A big deal.
Go,
in my
bang! You need discipline.
Are you currently enrolled
Is
in
this a
school?
crime? Is this a crime?
If done to enough children, is this a crime?
So that's why I employ the security, because it's not me, it's my dodgy security guards.
Oh, right. And it keeps all the really fit children away from you.
Yes.
All the children who are
Exactly, now it's school holidays.
all the children who are running around everywhere. Stay away from me, children. Yeah, and there was another difference that I wanted to look at as well: white collar crime and blue collar crime. Because I find
that's a
that
bit
that
of me.
is- which one?
White collar?
White collar.
Because I work in a I wear a white collar to work. So, I'm
so you're
all
team
about
white
that
collar.
kind of crime. Gordon
Okay.
Gecko, and
Yeah.
then maybe a little bit of mafia shit as well. You can work the mafia if you want.
Yeah, I could do it
Like
if I
if you want to
wanted
be in my little white collar gang, you can do some of that shit.
Okay. Well, how
And
about
it'll be
this?
really cool, and we'll get loads of girlfriends.
Yeah. So, what kind of white collar crime do you think you'd be committing?
Fraud.
Fraud.
Corruption.
Yep.
I would be committing, what's that fucking thing? Insider trading.
Insider trading, my favorite.
And what's, whoa.
Right, yeah, no, go on.
What's the best, what's the sexiest white collar crime? Apart from what I've mentioned. It's got to be
sexiest white collar crime.
defrauding the big banks, isn't it?
I would say mortgage-backed securities fraud. I think that's my favourite. Brought
Yeah,
down the
same shit.
entire world
Yeah.
economy. So I would say out of all the white collar crime,
No,
that's
that's not sexy. That caused people shit. But then again, I don't know. What are you doing?
is this a crime?
Is
Is this a crime?
Is this crime?
Would that be white collar or blue collar crime?
It's not. It's neither. It's just a mad thing to do. So, is this? Why you got an egg in a fucking?
In a pint.
Why?
So I'm making a cocktail
What is? Yeah, but you need to mix it up.
with an egg in a pint.
Why don't you?
Whoa!
We've got a
It's
blender.
just an egg in a pint.
We got a blender.
But yeah, carry
You're
on.
not gonna eat that bollocks. You're not gonna do that, are you?
Yeah, but is it so? So this is more of a civil matter. This isn't a crime. This is just fucking weird, right?
No, I'm interested to see if you actually. Fucking hell, you're gonna eat the egg.
I mean, this is a cocktail.
Are you going to eat?
This is a cocktail in Leeds.
Can you please?
Are you on the edge of your seat? Hang on.
Bite
put
into
it,
the
no,
yolk?
we're going to put it back down
Can
there.
you
We're going to leave some
please
suspense.
bite into the yolk?
We're going
I want you to bite into the raw oak. It would make me so happy.
We're going back into. Would it make you just devilishly happy if I was to do that now? Just to go ahead and bite down on that.
If
yolk?
you bit into the yolk and it exploded in your mouth, I would love that.
Would you?
I would be so happy. Because I reckon it's horrible.
Wait 1 second. 1 second. We're just going to find out. Yeah, I don't think I can fit all that in my mouth.
Oh my god! Bite! Oh, you just drunk it.
No, I bit into it.
You didn't. You is it?
I did bite into it.
Did it
Sorry,
taste-
next question. Next.
Did it taste nice?
Yeah, it tasted like a pipe.
Why did you do that?
Next question.
No,
Did that throw you off your game as well?
I just found. Just wasn't expecting. That's the maddest thing you've done.
Only on this podcast. Okay, so sorry. Going back to, I mean, the other ones we have for white collar crime: public corruption, healthcare fraud,
Healthcare. That's not cool.
mortgage fraud,
Mortgage fraud.
Yep.
Nah, that's probably not cool.
securities fraud,
I think
Money
just
laundering.
general nicking money out the banks.
nicking money out the banks. I have no issue with nicking money out the banks.
What can
to be
I
honest.
do that's going to get me into the mafia? And-
Money laundering. Money
but
laundering is a
'cause
very
I
good
can't.
one.
I can't
That's
beat
classic.
people up. But I can't. I don't think I could be a racketeer.
Mm.
But I could do a bit of. Maybe I could do if someone took me under their wing who's got brains. I could do some
Who's got brains?
fraud against big banks
Yeah, I mean, this. Do you know that big banks create money?
or big tech. No, fuck it. Let's do it against
Big tech. Against, let's make enemies of all the people who we want to.
And then, but then we've got
their platforms.
the 4 families of New York, or 5 families, whatever it is, just
Okay.
looking after us, and no one's going to touch us.
What? But then we have to move to New York.
And we go, hey, we're from New York now. Yeah.
Forget about it.
Forget
My
about it. Could be voice. Could
lazy
be voice.
American
Ooh.
Italian accents. Hey, I'm walking here.
Where are you from again? Oh, Dorset.
Yeah.
Grew up in Dorset.
Dorset, big Dorset mafia.
Yeah, so that'd be kind of cool. White collar crime's quite cool sometimes.
So why don't you like blue
Gordon
collar crime?
Gecko shit.
Oh, is
You'll
it
have-
because there's money
I
involved
could
in white
slick
collar
back
crime?
my receding hairline. And then I
What,
could
be-
afford. I could afford to go to Turkey and get turkey teeth.
Be a proper 80s guy. Be an 80s guy. Yeah, fair play, mate. I mean, I agree with you. I think I sit more on white collar crime rather than blue collar crime.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, generally people put down like white collar crime more as money, business, compensation, etc. Whereas like blue collar crime generally tends to be more hurting people, general other shit. Ooh, what did I have down on blue collar crime? Theft, assault, burglary, vandalism.
This is classist. You would come up with this.
Classist. I like it. You've hit the nail on the head. Because it is separated into blue collar and white collar, it's very, very culturally classist. It's like, oh, dumb, ugly, stupid people just go like hit things.
We'll give
nick
you the
shit,
big
and
sentences,
break
but
stuff.
these like this white collar crime.
Yeah, people-
We won't really give you sentences, even if you bring down the entire British American
Exactly,
Western
people-
world economy.
People who arguably do more harm.
But yeah, you only killed like probably millions and millions because of
How many
fucking
people-
losing their jobs and
Exactly.
fucking having less money to go into the state and
I could not
healthcare.
agree more. We
And
actually don't really pay attention to white collar
so
crime in the same
I
way.
don't want to be into white collar crime. Actually, I want to be a blue collar crime boy.
Why? Because it's less
Because
bad.
less bad and you become a good fighter. I can't fight.
Some like
I'll learn how to fight.
Irish traveling like sort of.
Hey, yeah,
Give me-
the
give me-
Holy Family. We're calling you out.
Wait.
That's what they do.
They
Do you never
call each
watch?
other
Do you
out.
never?
What,
do you never
gypsy-
watch?
No, sorry, not
gypsy call outs.
Traveling call out. Do they? prefer
They don't
gypsies
mind.
or-
They don't give a shit.
I would ask.
These
if anyone
boys
in the
don't
comments
give
know,
a
please let us know
shit.
if they prefer gypsies or if they prefer travellers.
They
Like,
they are the least woke people you'll ever meet. They do not care about.
have you ever
all
met
this.
any travellers?
Yeah, I grew up with travellers. Grew up with the.
Did you?
We used to play football with
boys?
them. We used to play football with the traveller
boys.
boys. They weren't like in the community though. I think they were ex-travellers, but they were like
But good lads.
Irish or Romano gypsy.
All right.
Yeah, one of them was amazing at football actually,
Yeah.
and then one of them was good at boxing. So
hitting all the sort of like classic kind of background bits.
Well, they didn't go to school. They just did sports all day.
Well, fair enough, I guess, if you can. But I wanted to give you a little story about a white collar crime that I found quite interesting. So Guinness, Guinness? Guinness, the big Guinness, the producers of the black stuff, the stout. So apparently there is a white collar crime that had happened with Guinness that is linked to Guinness, apparently in the 1980s.
Well, they did it. Guinness did it.
I don't think Guinness did it, but there was a Guinness share trading fraud, which was a major scandal back in the 1980s. And it involved... it just involved a manipulation of the London Stock Exchange. And this is before the stock exchange was digitized, so I guess it could be international. But basically what happened was people managed to inflate the share price of Guinness and therefore assisted or tried to assist in a £4 billion takeover of the Scottish drinks company Distillers. 4 businessmen were convicted of criminal offences and taking part in manipulation. And the scandal was discovered in testimony given off by the US stock trader Ivan Boesky as part of a plea bargain. So basically, the 4 guys who did it, Ernest Saunders, Gerald Ronson, Jack Lyons, Anthony Parnes, and were the so-called Guinness 4. They were charged, paid large fines, and the exception of Lyons, who was suffering from ill health, they served prison sentences. And the case was brought before the Serious Fraud Office. So Guinness involved in an inflation scandal where 4 guys tried to inflate the price and then go and buy some bad shit.
What are they up to now? How many years do they get?
I don't know how many years.
Are any of them surveyors?
I think there's probably a high likelihood that they're surveyors. And I
recognise one of the names. It's like, is he a surveyor now?
Wait, Gerald Lyons? No, wait, who is that?
Lyons.
Jack Lyons. Yeah, I don't think Jack Lyons was on there. But then, so we've got that example of like white collar crime, right? People get away with all this sort of shit. Some of them serve prison sentences sometimes. I mean, I think it's a lot, I think you don't see as much of like white collar criminals going to prison as much, but obviously the media blows up blue collar criminals. But I wanted to focus on one criminal in particular for the blue collar stuff, and that's Tommy Robinson. Or Stephen Yaxley Lennon, because he's been in the papers recently, hasn't he?
Yeah,
because he's been in an alleged assault.
Okay.
At King's Cross St Pancras Station.
Did it actually happen?
It's alleged. I think he's been remanded in custody.
Because he went to jail and he was in solitary confinement the whole time and he grew a beard and shit, didn't he?
Oh, there's been some other stuff. So what I wanted to do was so you've got the Guinness 4, or you could think about The Big Short, that film which was talking about the securities, commercial mortgage-backed securities fraud, also known as the 2008 crash in the world. All those people, lots of people served fairly light sentences. And now think about Tommy Robinson. So Tommy Robinson, famously EDL, lots of sort of slightly far-right groups. Do you know what crimes Tommy Robinson has committed over the years?
Inciting violence, racial violence.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you that. 2012, public order offence.
Assault. I think he's got done for assault.
Yeah, 2005. You're getting the full card.
What else has he done?
False passport.
Really?
Yeah, he got done in 2012 for providing false papers. I know, it's a very weird thing for him to be done for, and especially Tommy Robinson.
Crime as well.
Tommy Robinson. Sorry, the person who's all about immigration getting done on a false passport charge. I find that quite funny. Want to go for any of the others that he's done? The alleged assault that we've talked about at King's Cross.
So I've said racial shit and inciting violence.
He's had a dispersal order for some of that as well.
I've said assault. I don't know.
There are 2 other like main ones that he's had after that.
Domestic violence?
No. Like close-ish, but not like in the same realm, but not quite domestic violence.
I don't know. What else he got done for?
Stalking and harassment of journalists.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 2021 got done for stalking and harassing journalists, and in 2025 as well for harassing journalists again. But the other one which happened in 2012 was mortgage fraud.
What?
Yeah, Tommy Robinson dipping in between blue collar and white collar crime.
Why did he do that?
I have no idea.
How much did he nick?
I think he nicked like a little bit of money, but it wasn't sort of like a huge amount. But I just think it's quite interesting, right? Oh, sorry, the false passport was using false travel documents. But the mortgage fraud, I think he lied on his mortgage application about his financial circumstances. But to enough of a degree where somebody actually came back to him and went
10 or 20%. It was probably like
exactly, like lied about his income sources or whatever it was, and then got a more favourable rate, and then the bank checked it and thought, this is a bit dodgy, and then came back to it. But I think there's a big difference between guys and girls, right? When it comes to crime as well, like guys are more interested in fighting crimes or like bank heists, all these sorts of things, like high octane action, right? And women seem to be more interested in like true crime, like murders, like crimes of passion. Who done it? Why have they done it? Like
watching
more of a
the
mystery.
TV shows, because it's like you get with your girl mates and you just talk about like this mystery show that I've never watched. Whatever.
Exactly. And they watch a lot of true crime, and they seem to enjoy and also sort of.
Have you seen the Fred West thing? That's fucked up.
The which thing?
The Fred West and Rose West thing on Netflix.
No, what's that?
That's like the Britain's biggest like serial killers from the last fucking 50 years.
Jesus.
They so Fred West and his wife.
Yeah.
They basically abducted loads of girls and fucking like.
So like Epstein.
Like no, as in killed them. No, as in like
took it that
like
one
raped,
step further.
Basically raped and killed them, and they were in it together, and they buried them under the house. And I think their kids, their own children, grasped them up at some point because it was like,
that is
you
bad.
need to watch this documentary. It's
I will be watching that
up.
now.
And I always heard about this thing because it's like everyone knows it. Everyone like above who's Gen X or whatever, will kind of know about this story because it was all in 1994. It was just every day in the news.
Yeah.
But watch it; it's mental.
I will.
It's mental, and it's
genuinely
fucked
will
up.
go and watch it.
And like, they could get away with it because nobody really cared about these runaway girls. These runaway girls were just like they left home, they left the fucking what's it called, foster home, and it was just like, see you later, who cares? And
then
they would go and Fred West would take them on, and
did he actually like pretend to?
They were like 15-year-olds and shit, and and then like
was it taking them off the street or was it just like?
He would sometimes go and pick them up in a car, and curb crawl and pick people up and go, hey,
oh right, so
do you want a lift? Fancy a lift?
Right,
and then like do shit and watch it. It's fucked.
So basically,
really
it's
fucked.
like Fritzl, but not
Fritzl level, like sadistic
in a basement.
It's sexual psychopathic crime.
Yeah.
So
brutal
and like and obviously. Probably the reason why they did it is because they were abused as kids or whatever, and then they take that on into their later life.
I find that very interesting.
It always happens, isn't it? It's always like someone has been like seems to be sexually abused,
had some kind
and
of
it's always
rough.
And I think that's been more common back in the day because you could get away with whatever in the 50s.
Yeah,
and
now with
like today's you couldn't fucking
having
get
to
away
put
with
your
that
ID
shit
in
as much.
Having to put your ID in to watch porn on the internet.
Bloody woke bollocks.
Oh, now I have to do it with Spotify as well. Ugh. No one's going to tell me that I have to share my details with a third party.
No, you don't.
I think some people are getting hit on like all sorts of things on that Online Safety Act.
Okay.
Although it seems like a bit of an overreach. But hey, that's a topic for another day. I'm just ranting against the government now.
Right.
But it's very interesting how women are so interested in like true crime, where it's like rape, murder. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
my
horrible-
friend who's a girl told me to watch the Fred West thing.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh right. So it came from a
and
recommendation
she was
from
like, she's
from
always
a real
she's
woman.
always watching that shit.
real woman.
And then I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
I'll give it a try.
'Cause my
and I
wife
watched it on the
likes true
flight to Berlin. I'm just
you?
watching this shit. Fucking hell, the person next to me must have been like, the hell is he watching?
Yeah. And do you know what, actually? Like, so I did a little bit of digging, not a huge amount of digging, because I'm not that interested in women. The reason why women actually do like these true crime things is because fear of crime. So certainly something about, sort of driving women, true crime in large numbers, is that, women are unfortunately largely the people who crime happens to, especially like violent crimes as well. So very interesting.
Yeah,
the
what crime has
contradiction
happened
around
to you?
fear. What crime has happened to me? I got when I was at school, I told people, some probably kids from the traveling community, I don't know whether they were, but they looked like the kind of types. I told them to fuck off because they were shouting shit at me, and I'd had a really shit time. And I was
How old are
walking
you?
back into the school, probably about 15. And then I told them to piss off. Then they said, come back here. And I was like, no, piss
back
off.
here.
I kept on walking. And then they either hit me across the back of the head with a log or threw a rock into the back of my head and badly concussed me, and then started
cracked
beating
head.
the shit out of me afterwards.
Were you knocked out and they were just beating the shit out of you?
No. They hit me in the back of the head. I was like instantly, like badly concussed.
How badly beaten were you?
Well, then I sat down on the wall. He started chatting some shit. The kid punched me in the face. He said, "Don't talk to my brother. Don't say anything to my brother like that," which is just an excuse to fuck it. I just want to.
Did
hit
you
in the face.
call the police and shit?
No,
So it's not a crime.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a crime because I didn't. No, the police did get involved, and then they were like, "Do you want to press charges?" And I was like, "Well, not really."
Oh, this
because
was
it's
in
during my
Chiswick?
GCSE years. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It wasn't in London. It was in
All the
London.
worst crime happens in the country, doesn't it?
Oh yeah,
Kids are
it
fucking
does. They're feral. But the
mental
funny thing
there.
was, this kid was like, "Don't talk about my brother like that." But his brother was filming me with his phone in my face like this, laughing. So it's like didn't give two shits about what was going on. Anyway, that's the worst. That's the worst like assault that happened to me. My brother also got assaulted, but we found out who those people were, called the police, and they got sent to prison. That was fun. Any for you?
I've never really been crimed,
You've never been.
but I was crimed in Nunhead. Someone pickpocketed my phone. I probably had have I done a phone it? Yeah, I saw the guys pickpocket it in fucking the Nunhead pub, and I was based on crutches, so I wasn't going to do anything. But I was just like, "You got my fucking phone," and this big guy, just like, "I'm not got your phone," and
How about the time when you got crimed in Poland?
that's
When you got strangled.
Polish crime.
Polish crimed.
Oh yeah, I got strangled in Poland, but that was.
Consensual.
But also, I never reported it, so it's not a crime. It's not a crime.
It's not a crime.
But yeah, don't get strangled in Poland by big burly Polish men. With a chain.
Yeah.
It's quite comical, really. Just me and John getting strangled by this massive, roided up Polish guy.
Because he strangled you,
With
and
a
then John
chain.
came over to help, and he just strangled John
And then,
as well.
he was help, and I'm just like, God. And then, John gets strangled as well. That guy was fucked up, man.
One in
What a
either arm.
prick. But yeah, I probably got crimed when I was a kid, but I can't really remember. Nothing really bad. Never really badly crimed.
Yeah.
I've been in London 11 years?
Yeah.
11 years. Touch wood. Never really been attacked or anything.
Badly crimed.
No, never been mugged apart from that pickpocket fucking
Yeah,
session,
but that's
which was
hardly
just
that's hardly a mugging.
nothing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was a bit annoyed because it's a new phone.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But bringing me on to my second point for women, compassion for victims as to why they like true crime. Also, a fascination with motives, puzzles, that true crime presents a puzzle to be figured out, and also then escapism, which is very interesting. You know, that something that potentially is so detrimental to women getting crimed, you know, that they would be so fascinated by it. But I think that brings me on to what I wanted to really say for my elephant, for the topic of crime.
Oh, here we go. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. Now here he is. He's just going to espouse all sorts of bullshit. Do you mind if I do my elephant in a Chinese accent? I'm not going to do my elephant in a Chinese accent. So basically what I was going to say is I don't think that crime is necessarily a bad thing. Yeah. I think that in today's environment, there are too many people trying to inflict too many rules upon us as a society, rather than just allowing people to work within a certain parameter that allows them just to live and to be generally decent to each other. Because most people don't run around, you know, sort of knocking each other about or being particularly rude. Most people will actually listen to common sense and not crime each other. So I think in today's day and age, I think we've got too much of a fascination with telling everyone that either they're wrong or they're doing something that's illegal to kind of win moral points, when actually it's more about having respect and time for each other that we should do. Because like the Online Safety Act, we're here to protect children. Yeah,
The Building
it feels
Safety
like
Act.
it feels like an overreach. Building Safety Act, yes, I agree with the principle, but why don't you just say people who go and kill other people by falsely selling fireproofed cladding, that those are the people who should face prison sentences for a very long time, and then say to people, we're not going to add to everybody else's burdens, but for the people who do things that are bad and get caught, we're going to throw the book at you. So rather than, give everyone else a load of shit, you say, I tell you what, we're actually just going to, the people who really fuck up, we're going to go after them, and we're going to go after them hard, because inquiries don't really do anything apart from come out with findings. Anyway, I digress. Ali, would you like to have a final little bit of story time for my last thing that I wanted to say about crime? And I'll give you a choice. You have a choice between a story about something that was really quite horrible, or you can have a story about something that I find a little bit funny. Which story would you prefer?
That's something that's really horrible, funny.
Well, one of them is quite like, oh, it'll leave you feeling a bit like, oh, okay, that's not particularly nice. The other one is like,
Tell me the horrible one later.
okay, I'll tell you the horrible one later. We're going to go and talk about the funny story. So I'm going to tell you the person who was part of the horrible story. It was a girl called Sharon Carr, and she was also known as the Devil's Daughter.
Okay.
So that's the one we're not going to do. So I'll just let you know that. Do you know the one that we are going to talk about today?
Who?
Guess who this person could be. It's a funny... Well, I'd say funny. Some people might not find it funny. I find it quite funny. Do you want to guess who this person is? It's a guy.
It's Guy.
It's
Ritchie.
a guy. A guy's name is Akinwale Olu wa Falomiji Olutope Aro Bieki,
Nigerian man.
also known as Purple Aki.
Okay, Purple Aki. I know a Purple Aki story, so go for it.
Purple
Everyone loves a
Aki.
bit of Purple Aki.
Purple Aki. So, Purple Aki, born on the 15th of July 1961, is a British man known for his criminal convictions
Squeezing
for
muscles.
harassment.
Yeah.
So, he has been convicted for touching and measuring the muscles of young men and asking them to squat his body weight. If there is a better crime that has ever been committed, I want to know about it, because that is a fucking great crime. So, the crimes were originally ruled as sexually motivated back in 2006. Merseyside police successfully applied to Liverpool's Magistrates Court to get a sexual offences prevention order, which was eventually lifted in May 2016. And he was actually never convicted of a sexual offence. So, he's gone and bothered a lot of people, but not enough to actually get convicted for it. But apparently, earlier in his life, did you hear about his alleged manslaughter case?
I don't know about that. I know. Oh shit! No, the
train.
the train lines. Yeah,
Yeah. So when he was 16, a 16-year-old from Birkenhead died from electrocution at the New
He
Brighton Railway
chased him.
station.
Yeah.
And he allegedly was running away from Aki. So he was convicted of involuntary manslaughter, but he successfully appealed against the conviction on the grounds that he'd not acted unlawfully by standing on the platform and looking into trains. So he was awarded compensation for that. But then afterwards, he appeared in court in 2001 for up to 50. He pled guilty to 50 counts of indecent assault, harassment against 14 teenage boys from 1995 to September 2000. Obviously not so good if it was against teenage boys, and he himself wasn't a teenager. He was convicted for threatening behaviour, though. In 2003, he was quickly arrested and charged. During the course of the trial, 123 people were interviewed by police, including one family who were forced into witness protection as a result of threats from Aki. This led to him being charged with witness intimidation, and he was jailed for 6 years after pleading guilty for that. So really, all the things that he actually gets, although he is, a menace to people, the things he's getting charged for and done for are not actually related to the sexual offences. Later, it was 15 counts of harassment and sexual intimidation, but his muscle touch ban. So, as you rightly said, he was going around and asking to feel a lot of men's muscles. But he was given this order, the Sexual Offences Protection Order. He was never convicted of a sex offence, but under the order, he was banned from touching, feeling, or measuring anyone's muscles, asking people to do squats in public, entering towns of St Helens, Warrington, and Widnes without police permission, loitering near schools, gyms, or sports clubs. And the ban was later overturned as draconian, but remained in force and after a successful appeal by police. In 2007, apparently in Preston, he approached a man and commented on the size of his biceps before touching them without permission. He was arrested shortly after for breaching its order. He was jailed for 15 months. In 2008, he unsuccessfully tried to overturn his muscle touching ban, behaving erratically in front of court. So that's quite funny. Apparently, DC Andrew Rowlings during that case claimed that Aki had become sexually aroused while forcing terrified young men to perform inverted piggybacks. Do you know what an inverted piggyback is? So, ordering them to squat so he could lean over their backs and put his face by their buttocks and his genitalia on their necks while squeezing their quad muscles. I mean, if you're having a random dude come up to you in the street and start doing that, I can see how people were so terrified.
That is pretty horrible, though.
Also, he's a big lad.
Yeah.
Purple-Aki was a big old lad.
He's it's weird because he's like, it's obviously one of the hardest men in Liverpool, like an enforcer, a gangster.
Yeah.
But it has some weird,
Also just like
terrible, like
sexual
odd sexual kind of
things that he
quirks
likes to do,
or like fetishes, which are just, you don't put that with. I mean, I suppose you do because it's like Reggie Cray or Ronnie Cray. I can't.
both of them, the Cray twins.
Yeah, like one of them had some.
But wait, so Purple-Aki was actually an enforcer because he looks like the most, like his face looks like one of the most
he was,
mild-mannered
yeah, I
men
think
ever.
he worked for like the big gangs or one of the big gangs
right,
in,
around
and yeah, he
Merseyside.
would be like work for loan sharks and beat people up and stuff and get
Jesus.
the money back or whatever and break
then
his
just-
legs and all that shit.
Then
So-
just asked to touch their muscles. But yeah, so basically he had a number of offences. 2008.
He's like 70 now. But yeah,
2010.
you always see like
Yeah.
videos of him like with Scousers going, he's fucking Purple-Aki, lad. And then he like runs off because he's like hanging around waiting to like
Touch someone.
touch someone's like quads
Touch
or
some
something, you know?
teenage kid. I mean, that's the thing. In a lot of these cases, like in 2008, he approached a 17-year-old, kid and asked to feel his biceps. So, is that a crime? It's close because you're going up and touching technically a minor. You're not doing anything sexual with them, but you're touching their muscles. I mean, if you were going to do that with a girl, I'm sure that's what people would see as criminal.
They could outrun the Purple-Aki though.
Do you reckon?
Big old fat bastard. Big old
But
fat
from the
hench-
sounds of it, he's quite. I imagine if he's chasing somebody he really wants, he's going to get you. Purple-Aki's going to get you.
Oh yeah. But the kids he wants are going to be good at running, I think. They're strong, like, they can get away.
They'll be able to jump.
They can
a
look
fence, get
after
away.
themselves.
That'll be absolutely
by
fine.
running.
Exactly. So yeah, that was my lovely little, tiny little story about a funny crime. Well, a more funny crime that I could find on the internet than a lot of the others. Producer Chris, did you have something for us?
Yes.
Oh my goodness gracious! What lucky little truffle piggies we are today. We get two things at the end of our podcast.
Real quick, do you know there's a documentary on Purple-Aki?
We're gonna have to watch that as well.
Probably.
It's called The Man Who Squeezes
What's his
Muscles.
IMDb?
The man who squeezes muscles.
Yeah.
I'm only going to watch it if it's above a 7.5.
6.8.
Ooh,
close.
it's marginal. It might be worth watching just for the crack.
Also,
reckon
there's a wrestling game on Steam where someone's made him into a playable character.
That is
Yeah,
great.
I can
Yeah.
see that being a thing. Do you want more beer?
No.
You're getting
No, no,
egg
no.
all over my bloody worktop.
I will clean it up afterwards.
You better
Chris,
do.
you have a game for us.
Yes. I'm going to have to come over there because it is a slideshow.
That's absolutely fine.
Yeah, and you can help yourself to some more wine, Chris.
Exactly. But yeah, so also not a crime,
No,
but it's close.
no, it's not. It's not a crime. It's an old protein shake.
The old school
It's
way.
the old school Rocky Balboa protein shake.
And I'm going to tell you what this tastes like because I haven't had enough protein today.
So that's why
I
you're
had
doing
to
this
top up.
shit.
I'm not just doing this shit as well. I was doing this for your reaction and it's been grand. Bottoms up, chaps.
I wish you told me because the table wasn't on camera.
Doesn't matter. Right.
Right, should I go in the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah, come in the
You're
middle.
the most important.
Well, because you both have to see my screen.
The most importante.
Like all the good things in life, you've got to come in the middle.
Right, have you ever played the pub quiz game where you have to guess if it's an egg or a bald head?
Oh yeah.
It's almost like we prepared this, but we didn't. Yes, I have.
Yeah. Well, we're playing a version of that, but with hardened criminals.
Nice.
Oh really? What, like Phil Mitchell?
Well, it's
Phil Mitchell.
it's called egg or bald shithead.
Oh, nice. I like it.
Bullshit hat. So okay, all right.
Egg or
Right,
bald shithead.
I'm ready to play.
Right, so every picture is either a close-up photo of an egg
Yep.
or a criminal,
Okay.
and there are trick rounds.
Nice. I like
Not
it.
many of them. There are 11 rounds, and a few of them are neither. And you get a point if you get it right. Included, you can say trick.
If we guess it's like Vladimir Putin's head, is that technically a criminal because he is a war criminal?
Subjective.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I like
It's a
that.
bit subjective. I think mine are quite. They're clear-cut criminals.
Oh, right, okay.
Or
Got
they're
it.
not. All right.
All right.
Ready? First one. Is it an egg or is it a bald
That's an egg.
shithead?
That's an egg.
Yeah, that's an egg.
It's soft-boiled
Yeah.
eggs with lovely dippy soldiers.
Oh, I love lovely yippy soldiers. I love eggs so much.
Okay, here's the next one. Egg or bald shithead?
Bald shithead.
Gold.
It's Manuel Pardo. An Amer-
Look at that.
Fucking hell.
He's an American serial killer and former Florida police officer. Pardo was convicted of killing 9 people who he considered parasites and leeches who had no right to live. When police searched Pardo's home, they discovered a collection of Nazi memorabilia.
Bloody hell.
Pardo was a Nazi sympathizer who admired Adolf Hitler. He was sentenced to death on 9 counts of first-degree murder and executed by lethal injection.
I mean,
Wow.
he'd be made like governor of Florida now.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, you know, Ice
He's
would
a,
be like.
he's a
George Orwell.
mad-looking guy.
He is a bit of a mad.
What? He only killed drug dealers.
Let him off.
What?
Exactly.
So
He's a former police
is he?
officer.
Oh, so he was okay. So he was a cop,
illegally murdering
and then
drug
he was
dealers.
just like, I don't like you.
he
I'm-
sounds like Batman.
That's mad. That how
Just with
he.
more conviction.
But then they probably were like, we need to kill this guy.
He was a Nazi as well. He was a
How many?
borderline
I'm sorry.
secret Nazi.
I'm sorry. How many people like the Nazis seem to be, sort of coming out the woodwork in America at the moment?
Yeah, there were worse ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it an egg or a bald shit?
Bullshit head.
Bold.
I say bullshit head.
It's Andrew Tate.
It is a bullshit head.
And he is a criminal.
As of May this
Yeah.
year, the UK Crown Prosecution Service brought 21 charges against Tate and his brother Tristan,
But he's-
including rape, bodily harm, and human trafficking.
But is he actually? Is he a criminal yet? 'Cause he's
so,
not
yeah.
actually.
It's debatable. But
Yeah.
they put
He's-
charges against
He's been
him.
prosecuted.
He
but he's
could
not-
be a criminal. Maybe he's
not a
not.
criminal yet. Not a criminal yet. Unless he's been done for some white collar stuff.
He's a bloody criminal.
Right. Who have we got next?
Egg or bald shithead?
Oh, that's an egg.
That is a bullshit head.
It's eggs in a picnic.
Yes, I've taken the lead.
location.
I win by 1 at the moment.
I've got to keep score, but you both won every round so far.
Yeah, but I lost
he's
that
the
one.
one.
I'm
He
one
didn't
down.
win that one.
I'm one down.
I actually don't have a way of keeping score.
That's fine.
So
don't worry
at the
about
moment,
it.
I'm 1 up.
We'll do it. Ali's 1 up.
1
That's
0.
absolutely
1
Remember how
0.
many you've lost?
everything.
You lost 1. You've lost none. Mm-hmm. All right.
Pride.
Egg or bald shithead?
Bullshit head.
Ooh, I would say bald.
I've gone fast and I've gone first.
It's Charles Bronson. He was
Ah.
jailed in 1974 at 22 for armed robbery. He spent the majority of the past 50 years behind bars for different offences.
He's a nutter, isn't he? He's like the original. He's not Purple-Wacky though, because he's not like a nonce.
No. But he's
But he's a nutter.
His artwork's pretty wild.
He wanted
Yeah.
to be the world's most famous criminal, didn't he?
Yeah.
think that was
I've
his
never
thing.
heard of him
Yeah.
until that, what was it, film? With Tom Hardy.
I never heard of Tom Hardy before the Charles Bronson film.
Ah.
Really?
see, yeah.
Wow.
All right. Is it an egg or a bald
Bald
shithead?
shithead.
Bald shithead, because you see the hair.
You're both wrong. It's a trick. It's Phil Mitchell from EastEnders.
Yeah, but he is a bald shithead.
Bullshit
He's not a criminal.
head.
Neither was Andrew Tate yet. But I mentioned, do I get a bonus point because I said Phil Mitchell at the start? Come on, I did
was
say
funny.
Phil. I was like,
It was funny, but
well, Phil Mitchell,
no one
hardened criminals like Phil Mitchell, so I
I
must
told
get.
you. You only get trick rounds right if you guess trick.
Okay, that's fine.
In this
Phil Mitchell.
in this episode, Phil has been struggling with his mental health and loneliness in recent months, pushing his loved ones away. In this episode from January, while sitting alone in the Vic, Phil overheard Billy and Honey talking about how they've got no money for their upcoming wedding due to Billy overspending on a food order.
He literally looks like he's having a wank under the table. Danger wank.
What did Billy buy though? A food order.
How poor are they? Did he go over on a Deliveroo?
This is new EastEnders. New EastEnders. They've run out of like.
He looks pretty
They've
cool.
run out of stories to talk about. So.
All right.
Was
there
it
you go.
what, like Deliveroo, and then he can't pay for his wedding?
Yeah, exactly. That's
Sounds
that's
like-
why I always go
That's
overspending
what
on the
happened
food
to me.
order.
Like I would overspend on Deliveroo and be like, "Sorry, babe, can't afford the wedding because I've bought too many fucking
too many
burritos."
burritos. I've had too much German doner kebab, and now
GDK.
we're gonna have to get married down the little chapel.
GDK.
Right, see both. You've lost 2, you've lost 1.
Yeah, I'm still behind.
Okay. Egg or bald shitheads?
Bullshit head.
I think that is bold shithead because you can see the way the skull moves.
Yay!
Bald shithead. His name is Isaiah Brian Holt. This is from Crime
Why
Stoppers.
do they have no eyebrows? Why do so many of them not have eyebrows?
He's shaved them off.
Yeah, exactly.
Does
But
look
I'm
like
saying,
it.
why do they?
Because
have
he's
no
a lot
eyebrows?
of a lot of bald
The
men. They'll lose their eyebrows because they've got like no fucking test. Well, they got too much
8's
testosterone.
neo-Nazi, isn't it? The 8 tattoo.
That's 13.
I don't know.
No, yeah,
There's
that's
2.
13. X.
What's
XII.
what? 13 about what? 13
Oh, yeah, you're right. 13.
Crime Stoppers.
It's from Crime
What's
Stoppers.
CBH? I get GBH.
I don't know. I was wondering that. But this man is currently wanted in British Columbia for assault CBH, uttering threats, possession of restricted firearm, failure to comply with undertaking, and he's been on the run since 2021.
That's exciting.
So if anyone sees Isaiah Brian Holt, let Canada know.
Give him a shout out.
Bloody hell. What did he do again?
Just
things.
assaulted
Two
a lot of
different
people.
types of assault. I don't know what the second one is.
Oh, okay, so he's not killed
Causing
anyone.
bodily harm.
This is the most Canadian one, uttering threats.
Uttering threats.
Yeah.
Hey, coming over here, E.
Being mildly impolite.
Yeah, exactly. In public. A crime.
Right, next one. Egg or bullshit egg?
Egg.
It's kind of easy, isn't it? Eggs in cute little hen-shaped egg cups.
I do like those.
I'm liking the juxtaposition
have
between
one. That looks
cute
really
eggs
wholesome.
and horrific criminals.
Yeah, I like
This
it.
is a B&B. This is a B&B vibe, isn't it? Like,
those are the sort
somewhere
of-
in the countryside. You're away with the family. This is your breakfast.
You come home and you sit on the
Yeah,
egg,
a nice
egg
rustic
holder.
house, maybe by the
holder.
seaside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe in Seaton.
Yeah, and instead of beating your eggs, you decide to beat your kids.
Yeah, this is the weekend off from that. The B&B is relaxing. You take the weekend off, you give them a break.
Tidy your room, boy.
When we get home, I'm dipping you, soldiers.
Oh God, dipping you in your eggs.
No.
Right,
Egg
bullshit.
or
Ed.
bald head?
Bald shithead.
It's a bald shithead. It's Phil Spector.
Who's that?
He was an American record producer and songwriter. In
Oh,
the
shit.
70s, he produced Beatles' Let It Be and other albums by John Lennon and George Harrison.
Why is he so happy?
Then in 2003, he murdered Lana Clarkson, the actress.
Is he 5'4" or 6'4"?
He can't hear a fucking thing. I assume that's 5 foot. He looks like someone who's tiny.
If he used to be 6 foot at that age, he's under.
Can you imagine if he's 6'4", looking like that? That is a monstrous human being.
Yeah, that was scary as fuck. You saw that coming at you. But yeah, what the fuck?
That's the producer of Let It Be by the Beatles.
That's mad.
So why Lana Clark? Who's Lana Clarkson?
I don't know, an actress.
What?
I've never
Not
heard
related
of
to Jeremy Clarkson.
Why did he do that?
her. I don't know.
He looks pretty fucking happy about
But
it.
he shot her in the head.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
was
Crime
gun murder.
Crime of passion. Gun murder. As opposed
He's got big old ears, isn't he? This is the future of our ears. Do you reckon our ears will look like that?
I think your ears get bigger when you get old, don't
Yeah, they do.
They do.
And your nose, because your cartilage keeps growing.
Why do all your features just... Do your features never stop growing?
What?
Is that...
No,
feel
they
like
they don't.
Your eyes don't
you're
grow.
limited with your bones, but
Your
like,
eyes
you haven't
don't
got
grow.
cartilage.
But then why does your...
Carthage.
Oh, so
Cartilage.
cartilage...
Get the elephants. It's
keeps
Carthage.
growing.
But your ears aren't dependent on bones. They can keep growing.
Yeah, Carthage.
Yeah, cartilage.
Yeah.
Carthage.
Yeah, cartilage.
So we're all going to get big ears.
Yeah,
Bigger
we're gonna
ears.
be so ugly when we get old.
I'm gonna-
Like Dumbo.
Imagine being a fit old
I'm so
man.
ugly now. I'm fine. I'm living. I'm
I want
chilling.
to look like him.
Gorgeous.
Imagine if I looked like him. What would you do?
If I went to prison, I'd like to look fucked up like that.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want to be
Completely.
5'4". You'd want to be 6'4".
No, he's the kind of person who you bend over from behind and slap his head while you're having your way with him.
You could do that.
Wax on, wax off.
All right.
Right
I
up
heard
the
of
bum.
Phil Spector.
Yeah, I heard the name. At first, I thought it was a famous paedophile, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Beatles.
Beatles. Is it an egg or a bullshit head?
It's an egg.
Yeah. It's actually a perfectly round egg, which was first discovered by a lady in Scotland who bought it from a local supermarket, sold it for 150 quid, donated it to a local charity, and then it got auctioned for £200.
So has anyone eaten this egg?
I assume.
I
Probably
never
not.
found out.
I hope.
For
they
200 quid,
It just looks like an egg on its side.
didn't. Eating an off
it
egg.
may have been a scam.
Oh, look.
A square one. A square one would go for at least double.
Oh yeah.
That'd be mad.
Triple. Quadruple.
Oh. Now we're arguing over the price of eggs.
I wonder if there's ever been a square egg.
Is there?
Let's Google that.
Let's find out.
Maybe after this. Is it an egg or a bullshit?
Bullshit head.
Fold.
It's Keith Luke.
It's no eyebrows again. It's no eyebrow gang.
Because you're in your bald, you lose your eyebrows.
You don't lose your eyebrows when you're bald.
Yeah, I'm losing my eyebrows. I'm going bald and my eyebrows are not as thick as yours. As yours aren't that thick.
Yeah, exactly.
His are quite thick.
That was a really good one that's
He's
missing.
a thick boy.
This is a Massachusetts man who appeared in court with a swastika scratch on his forehead, convicted of first-degree murder in racially motivated killings. The prosecutor said he did not have a mental defect and was motivated by a desire to kill and rape. Police said Luke told detectives he wanted to kill non-whites. The accused believes he is the most important person in the world and an antichrist who wants to kill himself and then come back from death as a serial killer.
That's exciting.
He'll join the Aryan gang in prison.
You know what? He's part of the wrong religion because Christ, only Christ comes back. Whereas in, what is it? Oh God, what religion is it? Is it Sikh or is it Buddhism? You come back on the wheel of life anyway, all the time. So he's chosen the wrong one there, really. He's fucked that.
The best one was missing.
Oh.
Can we get it up?
No, it's at home.
Oh.
I put Ed's arse in it.
Huh? Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
We'll just put that up on screen, won't
Yeah.
we? We'll leave it on screen and then people can just do whatever they want with it. If it's my bum.
I can't believe that was left out.
God. Yeah,
Well,
how'd you manage that?
that's
But
ruined.
that's a great bit of content, though.
Ruined the entire thing.
I win.
Well, anyway, yeah, exactly. And so to have a little recap on our lovely little episode this week, Ali has beaten me in the quiz. Purple Aki is still alive. And crime is okay. Done in small amounts.
And you've got a jawline.
And I do have a jawline and some thinning eyebrows.
He's got a jawline.
So thanks very much, everyone, for listening. And we'll catch you again on the next one.
You've just developed this jawline.
I haven't just developed this jawline.
You have. You've got no double chin.
No, don't do that.
You don't.
I do have a double. Well, that's because I've been dieting. But in more important matters,
We have no end to it. And then square eggs exist.